what's going on, boys and girls? So, here's the thing. I usually don't talk about what exactly I use. I take a lot of issues with a lot of the, you need the latest and greatest hardware. You need the latest and greatest to do this. No, you really don't. Especially when it comes to this. Like, if you want to do live streaming or podcasting, this is not exactly the best solution if you want to do that. If you want decent audio quality, decent lighting, if you want, there's a lot of stuff you can want and need. So, you're going to need a machine to edit on, render on, upload on, do your work on, record to, a workstation. Now, you don't need to break the bank, but you also don't need to break the bank on cameras and all the other stuff. Because the software is free with OBS. But what's all the parts that tie into OBS? It's multifaceted. So first up, you have this over here. On the screen, you have your sound foam. This helps keep the sound bouncing to a minimum, especially in a room. It is literally like $10 for 12 of these. So I would definitely recommend at least one stack of 12 of these easily. And then next up, you have lights. And this particular one does have 3 actual settings. These are tiny. These do not take up the amount of room, say, a normal studio setup of lights would, which is exactly why I got these. You can get one of these for about $27. So I would definitely recommend that. Next up is, what are you going to use to record? Personally, I use a C922. They're a little more expensive. I got it on a Black Friday deal. It was dumb cheap at the time. But most people will be all set with, as long as it's 1080p 30. And for that, you can get a Logitech C920. They're about $50, $56, according to this one. Well worth the money. Probably easily one of the best webcams you're going to get at that price. Next up, you have, audio quality on a webcam is terrible, shall we say. So you're going to want a decent mic. Now, some people will recommend the Blue Yeti. Some people will recommend, the Snowball, Blue Snowballs as far as microphones. I don't find the Blue Snowball microphones to be the best as far as that. So for me personally, I'm going to recommend the Marantz 1000U. It's basically this microphone, but it doesn't have the case and it doesn't have the shock mount. That's pretty much it. There's other minute differences, but for the most part, they're pretty much identical. And why would I recommend this over, say, something else? Because you don't need the shock mount and all that garbage, simply because the next thing you're getting is an arm mount that costs you $15. So that way you can, adjust as you need to. That is the biggest thing. So what are you going to run OBS on, though? You need hardware. You need something, a piece of tech to tie this all in. I'm going to recommend an HP EliteBook A760W. You can get these in quad-core configurations. These can be upgradable to 32 gigs of RAM. I would recommend the i7 variant with the NVIDIA graphics card, which is a Quadro, which it supports NVENC, which means solid 60 frames. Now, if you're using Linux, the driver does not support NVENC for some reason. And with that, but I'm recording at 1080p 60 FPS right now, and I am using 24.5% of the available CPU, and I am not overtaxing it whatsoever. So that's what I would recommend. And what was the grand total? So I was aiming for $500. $467.42. And if you have a smaller budget, you can finagle a few things around, I'm sure. Now, if you're a real deal hunter, you can also find one of these elite books for cheaper. I got dumb lucky with the one I have. I got it for about $200 a long while ago, and it has been well worth the money to get. With that said, there's a studio for you to record on for under $500. So you guys know what to do. Rate it, subscribe. Peace.